Good afternoon. I'm Diane Tang-Liu, CEO and President of AiViva BioPharma. I would like to thank the organizing committee for giving me this opportunity to present to you a very exciting project at AiViva. We are a privately owned company. We focus on development of tyrosine kinase inhibitors for complex diseases. For today, we're talking about wet AMD and DME. We have very strong patent position worldwide, covering medical uses in our novel delivery platform. And here is our management team and our board directors. Each our management team member have at least 3 decades of drug development experience. So now, we all know that retina is a huge market, supported by several very good drugs. But we also recognize they are highly unmet needs. For example, all the current therapies require multiple monthly loading injections, followed by frequent maintenance injections into the vitreous humor. And significant fraction of the patients still have suboptimal visual outcomes. Many of them have active disease, persistent fluid, despite being treated with the gold standard. We believe AiViva has a good solution to address these unmet medical needs. Our lead compound, AiV001, also known as levantamide, it is a pan inhibitor of VEGF, PDGF, and FGF receptor families. So today is the first time I talk in public about this compound. It is a true broad-spectrum TKI being developed in the retina space. Its ability to block FGF pathway, fibroblast growth factor receptor families, will provide added benefit preventing regressing fibrosis in the eye. And it is formulated in a proprietary gel technology. So what is gel technology? Basically, it's a thermal reversible gel. It is a liquid form at room temperature and refrigeration. So it's easily syringeable. And upon exposing to the body temperature, it phase transitioned into a semi-solid jello, therefore forming a prolonged release drug depot. At AiViva, we developed AiV007 by periocular administration. So this technique is simple, straightforward, and safe. The gel serves as a drug depot against the posterior eye wall in delivering the drug from outside into the target tissue, retina and choroid, without invading the vitreous humor. We developed it as a standalone therapy or a potential alternative to frequent intravitreal injections. I'm going to show you photos of how it is administered. To the lower left, you will see that it's easily administered through a 27-gauge needle. To the lower right, you will see that the depot is formed in the sclera, juxtascleral space. So I'm going to share with you our ongoing phase 1 study, which is about to be completed. It is an open-label, single ascending dose study. AiV007 is given as a single periocular injection to the posterior juxtascleral space. We recruit patients of macular edema secondary to wet AMD and DME. All our patients come into our study having received multiple intravitreal injections of anti-VEGF. So prior to receiving the single dose of AiV007, we asked them to go through a minimum 42-day washout period. And then they receive a single injection, periocular injection of AiV007, followed by the monthly visit through 6 months. So I think it's important for me to point out that this study design is unlike many other studies that you're familiar with. Number one, we are positioning this compound as a monotherapy. Therefore, we are only giving one single dose of AiV007, not multiple monthly loading doses. And second, there was no companion loading doses of Eylea in this study. So there's no loading dose of Eylea or companion drug. I'm going to show you a case study of a DME subject in our study. On the right, you will see that this patient have received 8 injections of Avastin for the 12 months prior to his entering our study. This patient went through a 2-month washout, and on the left, you will see the OCT images from baseline on the top all the way down to month 6. So on the top, you will see that this patient entered our study with a large cyst and intraretinal fluid. And these fluids start to regress within 2 months and continue month 3, 4, and 5. So this patient did not receive any rescue therapy in our study throughout 6 months after a single injection of 007, and also after 2 months washout prior to his entering the study. Today, we have experience of 19 patients. There were no reports of drug-related ocular or systemic SAEs. All the treatment-related AEs, for the most part, up to our highest dose, were mild and transient. There were no reports of significant AEs typically associated with intravitreal injection of anti-VEGFs, such as intraocular inflammation, elevated IOP, or endophthalmitis. So we're very excited because we feel that with the unique differentiation of AiV007 formulated in a novel gel technology, is well positioned to provide a meaningful treatment paradigm for wet AMD and DME. So we start a Series B round of $15 million intended to support our plan and execution of the phase 2 study. So with that, I would like to thank you for your attention.